It is a beautiful day today. We're in Birmingham, Alabama, and this is the first episode of Porch Talk. Yes, first episode. Now, if your name is Jared Cushion, or if your name is Ron Cook, oh yeah, that means I got you. That means I roped you in, and you took my bait. Now, this is what I'm trying to do. I would really like to find a way that I could, make my presence online known a little bit more. I'm just not really quite sure how to do that. So in 2025, I'm gonna get out of my comfort zone a little bit. I'm gonna be speaking a little bit more in front of a camera, but this isn't gonna be like me super refined. If you want to see me super refined and with a tad bit of professionalism, bro, we got a whole podcast. Go check it out. It's called Soulcast with Cash and Calliope. It's kind of like an extension of Soul Carnival. I like to think of it as like the podcast division of Soul Carnival. Yeah, go check us out, man. We outside. But So this is me giving you my thoughts about takes that I've thought about for quite a while, and I think that I don't have a lot of people that think anything of my opinion, but there's a few people that really value what I have to say. And as long as I got a couple people that want to hear me run my mouth, well, then guess what? I'm running my mouth. So here we are. Also, shouts out to my guy, Sean, because he said something that really, I really had to like rethink and internalize a little bit. And that actually made me change my perspective just a little bit more. So here we are. So what I had said was cancel culture is inherently racist. That's what I said, right? We got to talk about the word inherit before we can really delve into this. What does it mean to inherit something? To inherit something means just by you existing, you acquire whatever this is, X, Y, and Z. Whether or not it's, property, a car, whatever the case may be, it doesn't matter. Like, because you exist, you acquire this at some point in time. That's what it means. So it is passed down, right? Now, when we talk about cancel culture, there's some very specific aspects of cancel culture that it's very difficult to remove from the subject of race, right? So this is what I want you to do. Jared Cushion and my man Ron Cook, love y'all to death. This is what I need y'all to do. I need y'all to go on whatever platform y'all listen to music on, and I want you to search King Von, Von. I want you to listen to Fredo Santana. I want you to listen to Lil Reese. I want you to listen to G Herbo. I want you to go listen to this music. And these people that I'm naming right now, these are drill artists. Okay, drill is a subgenre of rap. And the basic concept is, in order for you to make drill rap, in order for you to even, be taken serious, you have to be somebody who is feared and respected in the streets. And you basically have to kill people. I'm not making this up. So, this is how drill rap works. Y'all live over there. We live over here. We go shoot y'all kinfolk up. We go shoot up your grandmama house, right? And then we're going to rap about it. We're going to rap about it in a song, okay? And we're going to brag about it in the most disrespectful way, right? And then y'all are going to go shoot up our block. You're going to shoot up my mama house. Oh, my little cousin got killed in the crossfire. And then what do? You go make a song about it. You go brag about it. Like, oh, shot your little cousin in the crossfire. Throw a bunch of gang signs. And then what do? We go and we spin and we retaliate. And then we go shoot your granny or whatever. She get caught in the crossfire. And then we go and we make a disrespectful song about some innocent person getting killed in the crossfire. And it's back and forth. That's drill rap. I'm not making it up. Now, this is what I want you to do. I want you to imagine a parallel universe where Kenny Chesney and Garth Brooks, they get into it. And Garth Brooks goes and shoots up Kenny Chesney's, mansion or whatever. He shoots his wife or dog or whatever. And Garth Brooks goes and makes a country song about it. Well, I shot up your house and shot your dog. What are you going to do about it? Whatever. And then Kenny Chesney over there, he hears the song and then he retaliates. He goes and he gets his boys and they shoot up Garth Brooks' ranch or whatever. And, oh, I shot your horse. What are you going to do about it? Oh, there. And they're shooting at each other, getting in gunfights. Each other's kinfolk getting killed, each other, whatever. And every time they're making these disrespectful country songs about it. Think about how the fans would feel. Think about the response. Think about the public outrage. Like, who would let that fly? It wouldn't. It wouldn't fly. These people would be looked at as monsters, as fucking psychopaths. Like, how could you do this? You know? But yet, this is a norm whenever the victims are black people. This is expected. This is a prerequisite when it only affects black people. Man, this son, I ain't complaining about it. I'm built for it. But whoo, I'm out here cooking, y'all. So, what I'm saying is that parallel universe would not ever fly. The people, the consumers of this music would never let that ride. Okay. So the point I'm trying to make here is whenever the victims are black people, they are immune to cancel culture, immune to it. Nobody has ever tried to cancel a drill rapper. Nobody's ever tried to cancel Lil Durk. Nobody. Now, they might get indicted. They might get caught by the cops. They might, do some state time, some fed time. But guess what? Everybody's screaming, free him. Free little such and such. Free little scratch and sniff. It's like, what did he do? It's like, oh, he ain't do nothing, but, he just did a drive-by and killed 13 niggas. It ain't no big deal, man. Free my guy. Like, what? No, that wouldn't happen in country music. If Kenny Chesney went and shot up Garth Brooks' ranch or farm or whatever and killed 5 people, 7 horses, 2 pigs, and a cow, like, nobody would be screaming free him. They'd be screaming fry him. What's the difference? The difference is, who are they making this music for? This brings me to Exhibit B. And Exhibit B is, who's that? Oh, that's my neighbor's dog, November. Shout out to November. Anyways, listen. Exhibit B. There's a rapper by the name of The Baby. The Baby's from North Carolina. The Baby didn't really take off in his career until he shot somebody at Walmart in North Carolina. He shot somebody, shot him and killed him. Now, depending on the genre, that would break your career. Like, a lot of people, like, let's say, for example, like Hosier or somebody, or like, I don't know, Sabrina Carpenter or somebody. Like, we found out they shot somebody. A lot of people might be side-eyeing them. But then to shoot somebody and then brag about them, a life that you took from this world, a lot of their fans would be like, this is a monster. No, not The Baby. That actually kick-started his career. That actually got him a big following in this genre that, primarily targets black people as the demographic they trying to, right? That pushed him out into the mainstream. And, for a long while there, he was making music about shooting up shit, robbing people, doing whatever, blah, 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 whatever you got to do to rap and be tough. And at this festival, he got up on stage and randomly went on this homophobic rant. Like, it was just out of nowhere. He was just like, oh, by the way, if you're gay, to hell with you. Like, where did this come from? And when I tell you this man got canceled, I mean, I don't think he'll ever recover from this. I honestly don't. I don't think he'll ever recover from the level of, like, the way that his album sells, streams and views and all that just plummeted. Like, my man is struggling to recover. I don't think he ever will. But the point I'm trying to make here is he said something about a demographic that is protected under cancel culture, and he gets canceled. Black people aren't under that umbrella of people that qualify to, no, you can say whatever you want about black people. Nobody gives a damn. Nobody's going to cancel you. Now, if you're somebody who claims to be, a civil rights activist, or you claim to be somebody righteous, and if you claim to be a, left-leaning whatever, and then you get caught saying something about black people, especially as a white person, that's something different altogether. But that ain't what we talking about. We talking about who is immune to cancel culture. And it's always people who have a demographic that is black people. Every time. Now, I want you to think about this for a moment. My guy Sean, this goes back to Sean Richard Douglas Fungafat. That's his name. I can't make it up. That's his name on there. He said something along the lines of, you have these multi-million-dollar platforms. And it's like, no matter what gets canceled, no matter who gets canceled, if they still have this platform they can speak from, then they're not really canceled. You can't really take everything away. And the problem is this: if you have somebody who has built a following uh, based on their personality, based on who they are, whether or not it's good or bad, they start to build a defense up against cancel culture, right? So if I've got this platform where I'm going to reach, millions of people no matter what, and then there's so many people that are going to follow me no matter what, I might get canceled from, whatever, 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 but you're not going to be able to cancel the people that follow me religiously. And this brings me to my main point. Guns N' Roses. Guns N' Roses is one of my favorite bands of all time. I remember being a little kid and whatever the music channel was, I think it was VH1. Man, I remember listening to Axl Rose. It's like, the high pitched vibrato and the way Slash played these crazy melodic solos. Like I was done. I was infatuated. Guns N' Roses really inspired me in a lot of ways to, be the musician I am. Like I remember trying to learn to play guitar, and one of the main groups of folks I was listening to was Guns N' Roses. I remember my mama, she had a DVR. I would go and I would record every time a Guns N' Roses song would come on, like VH1 or whatever. I would record it on the DVR, and I'd go back and get it until I. Now this is a group of musicians that I have, I've formed somewhat of a bond with. Do I know them personally? No, not at all. That's very important. Here's the thing. There's a lot of folks, especially in the younger generation, they found out that Axl Rose made a song where he said the N-word. I didn't know this. Apparently, he said the N-word in a song. And now they're trying to cancel Guns N' Roses. They're trying to cancel Axl Rose or whatever. Here's my thing. What do they make music about? They make music about sex, drugs, rock and rolls, all kind of debauchery, all kinds of fuckery, all kinds of things that make me think, I don't know if these people are, necessarily folks I would think to go hang out with. I don't know if I'd want Axl Rose in my living room. I don't know if I'd want to be around these dudes, bro. Just based off the music they make, based off the content of their music. They make music very well, but the subject matter makes me think, hey, I don't know if they're the greatest representatives of, like, what made you think Axl Rose was a civil rights activist? What made you think that Axl Rose wasn't racist? And see, here's the thing. Two things can be true at once. Multiple things can be true at once. Axl Rose can simultaneously be a, racist piece of shit that I probably don't want to be in the same room with, and also simultaneously be an amazing singer. You understand? Both those things can be true. Guns N' Roses can be a group of guys that might not be the best people, but they also are incredible musicians. Both these things can be true. One of my favorite bands ever is Lynyrd Skynyrd. I love Lynyrd Skynyrd. I got Mississippi Kid lyrics downloaded in my brain. I got Give Me Back My Book. Like, that's my shit, bro. I don't want to be around those dudes. Every picture you see of Lynyrd Skynyrd in the 70s, they're always waving around their rebel flags. I don't want to be around them, bro. But I can acknowledge that they make incredible music. A lot of these folks can't do that. Cancel culture stops you from being able to do that. And I feel like that's a big sign of, intellectual weakness. If you can't fathom multiple things being true at once, like, what are we talking about here, And ultimately, that's the issue I have with cancel culture. It's the fact that it divides us in a way where only certain people are protected under cancel culture, and it's never black people. It's never black people. Nobody gives a damn. Black, like the way that these folks turn a blind eye to the stuff that black folks are consuming, especially the young black people, is outrageous. Because like if Sabrina Carpenter or I know I'm using some of the same pop stars, but like if Hozier or whoever said any of these things about whatever demographic, like, bro, they'd get, not literally, but what I'm saying is they'd get canceled very fast. And I'm gonna make one more point, and it's gonna make y'all mad. Hold on. I got some Googling to do. Oh, here it is. Oh, yeah. Let me zoom. Look at this. Y'all see this picture? See this picture? Look at the detail. Look at the arches. Look at the shading. Look at the attention to detail. Look at the sky. I think we can all agree that this took an amazing amount of time, effort, skill, maybe a little talent. Do you agree? Well, then guess what? You're a piece of shit. You're a piece of shit and you're going to hell because Adolf Hitler drew that picture. And that's the point I'm trying to make. You can acknowledge a piece of art being good, being great, being whatever the case may be, and also not like the artist. Not like the artist. Like, bro, I'm somebody that's a big consumer of hip hop. I'm listening to these folks and I'm listening to these men. I'm listening to them spit their bars. I'm bobbing my head. I'm like, oh man. And then I think about what they're saying and I'm like, I don't want them around me. I don't want them around my family. I want them around my little sister. It is what it is. That doesn't mean I'm not going to acknowledge the fact that they can rap their ass off. Two different things. So, yeah, this has been episode 1, Porch Talk. Like I said, I'm not trying to do this for any other reason other than to get my thoughts on the internet a little bit more. It's okay if you don't agree. I ain't tripping. But one thing about me is I welcome different opinion. I don't want everybody and their mama to agree with me. I'm always trying to surround myself with people of different walks of lives and different ways of thinking and different belief systems because I want to be the most well-rounded person I can be. You know, nothing makes me look at somebody more sideways when it's like they only hang out and associate with people that only think like them. Like, no, I'm not trying to do that. I'm not trying to do that. Hell, y'all know, look at my Facebook. Look at all the people on my Facebook. That's intentional. Like, I want, you know, I got strippers and lawyers on there. It is what it is. Because I value everybody's thoughts as individuals. I don't think anybody is more, you know, important. I don't think anybody's walk of life is more important or on this, you know, higher end of a hierarchy just because, no, I ain't with none of that. So this has been Porch Talk. And last but not least, I also want to use this as like a way that I can kind of lock down some thoughts that I'll probably eventually throw on the podcast. At some point, we'll probably talk about this on the podcast. And it's a way that I can kind of blueprint some things, you know? So yeah, this is it. I'm actually going to stop it this time. So y'all have a blessed one. Y'all stay hydrated out here.